Okay, children, continuing with chapter 3. Now, this sum is just before exercise 3.5, and this is a rather important sum because it is asked many times in the test as well as in the exam also. The question is, for what values of k will the above equations have infinite solution? Now, you know when we have infinite solutions when a1 upon a2 equal to b1 upon b2 equal to c1 upon c2. All the three ratios are equal. So from here we will take the value of from this equation which they have given k upon 12, b1 upon b2 3 upon k, c1 upon c2. I just got minus sign from here, so it will be easier for me to solve. Now we choose any two equations. Say we choose these two, and then there is solve it. K square is equal to 36. Therefore, k is equal to plus 6 or minus 6. Because in roots we always get 2. Now suppose I have chosen these two. Now I will choose these two. So it will become 3k is equal to k square minus 3k. Take everything on one side. K square minus 6k equal to 0. I'll take k common now. So k minus 6 equal to 0. Now from this I get value of k equal to be 0 or k equal to 6. From this I got the value of k is equal to 6 or minus 6. So which value is common in both? K equal to positive 6. Therefore in the end I will just write therefore for k equal to 6 this equation will have infinite solutions. Okay. So I solved this sum totally. I am just repeating what we have done. First step, infinite solution, just a1 upon a2, b1 upon b2, c1 upon c2. Then you write the three ratios. And then choose any two to be put together, do the cross multiplication and get one value of k. Then any other two also you put together. So now I chose these two, and then again I did the cross multiplication and I just solved for k. And the value which was common for both, which is coming in both, is k equal to 6, and here also k equal to 6, that we have to choose. Okay. This sum generally comes for 3 marks. Okay. Now this is another sum. This is a smaller sum. This comes only for 2 marks. This is very simple. For what values of p does the equations have unique solution? And they have given the equations. You know, unique solution is when a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2. Okay, these two ratios should not be equal. Now just substitute the values. 4 upon 2 not equal to p upon 2. 2 gets cut here, and then this 2 goes here. P should not be equal to 4. Okay, that is the answer, and the sum is finished. And if you see also, for 1 second, suppose p was 4. If p was 4, then 4 upon 2 is 1 by 2. Here also 4 upon 2 will be 1 by 2. Then a1 upon a2 will become equal to b1 upon b2. But any other value apart from 4, any other value, say 3, 5 or any value, if you put here, then these ratios will never be equal. Okay. So this is how this sum has to be done. Again, these two sums you have to do them as homework also. I will be giving them to you. Okay. Now we will proceed towards the last part of this chapter, which is exercise 3.6. So we will proceed. Now, in this, the first type of sums are rather simple. Now, suppose they have asked us to solve this. 2 upon x plus 3 upon y is equal to 13. 5 upon x minus 4 upon y is equal to minus 2. Now, we can't solve this sum straight away because it is not in the standard form of the equation. Standard form is ax plus by equal to c, the standard form. So, we have to make this into a standard form. First step we have to do, let 1 upon x equal to p, 1 upon y equal to 2. So this equation becomes 2p plus 3q equal to 13, and this becomes 5p minus 4q equal to minus 2. Now from this step I can solve by any method. So I am solving by elimination. So I multiply this by 5 and I multiply this by 2 because I want to make the p term 0. So 10p plus 15q is equal to 65. 10p minus 8q is equal to minus 4. Now of course we have to change the signs. This gets cut. This will become 23q. This will become 69. So q comes to be 3. 23 is 69. Once I get the value of q, now I will get the value of p also. I'll say substitute in this because I find this easier. So 2p plus 3q is equal to 13. Putting the value of q here, 2p plus 9 is equal to 13. 9 will go here. 2p is equal to 4. Therefore p is equal to 2. So I got the value of p2 and q3. But here the sum is not finished. We have to find the value of x. So one last step, p equal to 2. So 1 upon x is equal to 2. 2 will come down, x will go up. So value of x comes 1 by 2. Similarly, q is 3. So where 1 upon y is equal to 3. Y will go up, 3 will come down. So 1 by 3 equal to y. That's all the sum will finish. Okay. I have done this sum fully so that you know what all you have to do. First step, you have to convert this into a standard form, and after you convert this into a standard form, just solve it by any method you want, elimination, cross multiplication, to get the values. But after you get the values, one last step has to be done, that whatever we have written it to be equal to, you have to write it so that you get the required value of x and y. Another type of this sum is 5 upon x minus 1 plus 1 upon y minus 2, 0 to 2, and 6 upon x minus 1 upon minus 3 upon y minus 2 equal to 1. Again, this looks this kind of sum in which something is there in the denominator also. Again, the first step you have to do is 1 upon x minus 1 equal to p, 1 upon y minus 2 equal to q. That is the first step. So the equation becomes 5p plus q equal to 2, and this equation 6p minus 3q equal to 1. Now you solve it by any method you want. Okay, you solve it by any method you want. And suppose after solving, you get the value of p, say 10. I'm just writing it like that. And suppose q you get 1 by 7. Okay, so whatever value you get, you have to write it. Say 1 upon x minus p is suppose same, so equal to 10. You cross multiply 10x minus 10. 10 will go on that side. 11 upon 10 will be the value of x. Similarly, suppose value of q is 1 by 7. So 1 by y. These are not the correct values, I am just supposing. Cross multiply 7 is equal to y minus 2, and then minus 2 will go, the y will get equal to 9. So suppose if you get this kind of sum, again this step you have to do. Okay. Now these two questions, apart from these two questions, now we will discuss exercise 3.6, the first question, in which there are 6 parts. So we'll just discuss them one by one. This first step I will be doing in each. After that, solving you can do on your own. That you will find it easy. Okay, this is the first question. Now here again I will take 1 by x equal to p, 1 by y equal to q. Here, but the equation will become p by 2 plus q by 3 is equal to 2, and the below equation will become p by 3 plus q by 2 equal to 13 by 6. And it is becoming like this, or coming like this, because here the 2 was in the denominator, so that is why when I write p is equal to 1 by x, p will come here, but the 2 will remain here. Of course, as we know, now to make the sum easier, we can multiply it by the LCM throughout. So you will multiply these 3 terms by 6. So when you multiply this by 6, the whole thing, to make the sum easier, so this will become 3p plus 2q equal to 12. This will be my first equation, and this also if I multiply by 6, so 2p plus 3q equal to 30. So now these two will be my equations. I'll just solve them by any method, and after I get whatever value, I have to put it here and here to get the value of x. Okay. So this is the first term. I've done 50% of the sum. 50% you have to do on your own. Second sum, I am only writing the first statement because in that here you will put 1 upon root x equal to p, 1 upon root y equal to q. So equation will become 2p plus 3q equal to 2. Similarly the other equation also. Now here one step is, after you solve the equation, suppose you get p equal to 3. Suppose you get p equal to 3 and q equal to 2, and when you put it 1 upon root x is equal to 3, then root x will go up. Now in the question they have asked us to find the value of x, not root x. So one thing you can do whole square of both sides. When you do whole square of both sides, you know root multiplied by itself is, root is removed, so this becomes x and this will become 9. Similarly this step will have to be done here also for y. Okay, only in this sum way, because the roots are there, we have to do this step, otherwise this step is not required. Now to question 3. Four upon x plus 3 upon y equal to 14. 3 upon x minus 4y equal to 23. In this, if you see, this value is there in this form, only this value is not there. So here you only have to put 1 upon x equal to p. Okay. So the equation becomes 4p plus 3y equal to 14, and the other one becomes 3p minus 4y equal to 23. Now you solve it normally by whatever method you want, and here again once you get the value of p, you have to put it here to get the value of x, and y though is normal only, so y whatever you get, that is the answer. Okay. Fourth question we have already discussed by chance. Now the last two, fifth and sixth. Fifth question is written like this: 7x minus 2y upon xy is equal to 5. Okay. Suppose I take it. There are two ways of doing this sum. One method is this: 7x. I write it 7x minus 2y is equal to 5. Xy I will take there. It will become 5xy. Similarly, the other equation also, 8x plus 7y, this becomes 15xy. Okay. Now you divide throughout, or multiply throughout by 1 upon xy, both. Okay, because we want to convert it into a standard form. So when we multiply it throughout by 1 upon xy, the first term multiplied by 1 upon xy, xx gets cut, so it becomes 7 upon y. Similarly, this one will become 2 upon x, and this one will become 5. So this equation becomes 7 upon y minus 2 upon x is equal to 5. Similarly, this equation also, first term will be 8 upon y minus 7 upon x is equal to 15. These are my equation. Now I just have to put 1 upon y equal to p and 1 upon x equal to q, and the sum is done. Okay. And in the sixth sum again, it is in this form only. For example, this one is 6x plus 3y equal to 6xy. Sixth term. So again divide or multiply throughout by 1 upon xy. So this term will be multiplying throughout by 1 upon xy. So this term will become 6 upon y. This will become 3 upon x. This will remain 6. And then you can put 1 upon y equal to p and 1 upon x equal to q and solve them. Okay. So these are the sums which we have discussed. You have to finish them and then of course send me the answers. Cheers.